A local report talks about an ongoing battle between the Justice League and the Legion of Doom taking place at the newly opened Justice League headquarters. Superman and Flash take the fight to the challengers, and Flash creates a couple of whirlwinds to defend against the Weather Wizard. Superman is furious as he takes on Lex Luthor, who is wearing a superpowered armored suit. Unfortunately, Lex Luthor gets the better of Superman as he throws him away. Batman is fighting the zombie monster Solomon Grundy. As Grundy tries his best to smash the Dark Knight, Batman tricks and electrocutes him, knocking him out in the process. In a dark and empty warehouse, Diana goes looking for Cheetah. She is ambushed by the cheetah, but she quickly recovers and grabs her legs with the lasso, and delivers a body blow onto the roof of a car nearby. Lex Luthor tries to subdue the Man of Steel, but Superman uses his laser vision to cut into Luthor's iron suit and put him on the ground. Weather Wizard creates a huge thunderstorm over the city, but Flash runs straight into the storm and gets hold of the Wizard's wand and stops the storm. He gets hold of the culprit as well. The Justice League gathers, but the Weather Wizard tries to escape as he starts running from them in handcuffs. Flash tries to hunt him down and capture him again, but he is too late. Demon Trigon has emerged and has taken possession of Weather Wizard's body. As Superman tries to go on the offense, he is hurled away by Trigon as a clueless Robin watched from the city center. The League goes on the offense as a group, but Trigon is ready as he hits back at Diana, taking down her along with Cyborg. Batman and the others try to save the civilians from the incoming storm, and Superman once again tries to confront the demon. Surprisingly, Superman is able to hit the demon thrice with some heavy blows, but it has no effect on him. Batman issues a warning to Superman, but it is Damian who takes into action this time, going against his father's orders. Now that would need serious balls, guys. Serious balls. Damian programs the attack on Trigon and ejects himself from the Batwing. A 3-kiloton explosive attack is launched on Trigon, and it's finally over. Diana catches the falling Weather Wizard, and the demon Trigon leaves under her command. Damian lands in his parachute, and soon the father and son get into a heated argument over Damian's actions and Justice League's teamwork. No one wants to get between the crossfire, it seems. As a consequence of his reckless actions, Batman has ordered Nightwing to take Damian to the Teen Titans to train with the group. Seems like there's some intense heat between Nightwing and Starfire. Interesting. Damian meets Starfire, their leader, Jamie Reyes, a teenager infused with technology that turns into a beetle-like exoskeleton, Garfield Logan, a metahuman with the ability to shapeshift into any animal, and Raven, the girl with a dark secret. Damian, being Damian, ignores everyone and walks off into the academy.
That is one creepy mocoso.
Meanwhile, Superman is on a call with Wonder Woman with some cheeky flirts as he starts with his wash and dry at the laundry. Trigon's minions are at work as they terrorize the Man of Steel with their dark magic. At the Titans Academy, Damian is practicing against the virtual soldiers for an hour and a half, and Starfire calls him to stop. Damian shows no respect for anyone as he mouths off to the group, and soon enough, gets into a serious brawl with the Blue Beetle. Damian angers the alien creature and gets burnt in the process accidentally. Raven does her magic work to heal him, but falls unconscious after that. Batman is hard at work, and Cyborg comes and offers him a pizza. They analyze the camera footage from Trigon's attack and find suspicious information. Meanwhile, Wonder Woman and Superman returns from a movie date, and Clark finds himself deeply distracted, as the minions have started getting control of his mind. He runs away from Diana into an alley. Damian nearly kills the Beast Boy while practicing in his room, and later he goes on to meet Raven, who is meditating near the forest, to thank her. But the conversation turns ugly when Damian questions her about the demon Trigon and her connection. Raven warns him and goes away. Damian then goes to Jaime to apologize for his aggressive behavior, and they cannot believe it.
He likes you.
Superman is banging his head against a rock as the power of Trigon rises within him. He flies off to confront the Atomic Skull, who he beats up into a pulp with no holding back whatsoever. Diana and Batman arrive at the scene just in time, and Superman turns into a demon version of the Trigon as he warns them as well. The Superman flies off, but Batman holds Diana back as he is trying to come up with a plan to counter the threat of Trigon. Damian has invaded Starfire's room and her computer as he does a thorough research on Raven. Starfire is mad at him for invading privacy, but Damian is disappointed to not find out anything about Raven. Starfire discusses Damian with Nightwing as she dries off herself from a bath, and Nightwing takes advantage of the situation. Batman orders Cyborg to do a thorough research on Superman's whereabouts and keep tabs about it. The Man of Steel, now possessed by the Trigon, flies off at the speed of sound towards the Sahara Desert. He raises an ancient celestial ring structure from the shady mountains. Starfire takes action as she takes all the Academy heroes to the carnival. Garfield and Jaime goes to battle each other at various games, and Damian and Raven starts off a bit awkward at first. Damian shows off his skills and finally wins a lightning sword, which he then gives to a little girl. Now this seriously made a mark on Raven. Raven gets candy floss, and Damian has some for the first time in his life. As they have a real-time talk, Garfield is beating Jaime in a dance-off competition, and people have gathered in numbers around them. Jaime gets off, and Damian wants to challenge the Beast Boy with the dance-off. Although he starts poorly, Damian quickly learns the steps and improves on it, and even Garfield is taken aback with Damian's skills. Raven is enjoying this when Trigon's minions appear to her, calling her to a remote location, and Raven follows. She is escorted to the outskirts of the nearby forest as she meets 3 minions of Trigon, but soon Trigon himself appears as an illusion to order Raven to join him. Raven turns him down, and the minions start attacking suddenly. Raven creates a defensive globe around her and summons the dark energy to blast them off. Trigon goes off, but the minions get back to battle Raven. At the carnival grounds, Damian finally manages to defeat Garfield at his own game. The people cheer him and the group congratulate Damian, but just then, with an explosion, Raven is hunted by the demon minions. Starfire orders the group to assemble and defend Raven. Starfire, Beast Boy, and Blue Beetle change forms into their fighting modes and take the fight to the enemy. Starfire goes to save Raven quickly as she bursts away a minion. Beast Boy and Blue Beetle fight their separate battles with the enemy, but Damian has to break the glass since his sword is inside their car. The 4 of them get cornered as Raven tries her level best to defend against the dark energy attack from the demon creatures. In comes Damian with his sword skills and the exploding weapons from the Batman. He saves the group for a minute. The demons charge them again, but the group intend to run them down this time. They gather all their powers and continue to beat down on the demon creatures. Finally, Raven calls in her demonic powers as well, and they easily defeat their enemy. But this gives rise to a number of questions regarding Raven and her past. She answers them by taking them back to the past where it all began. Raven takes them to an abandoned world where her father, Trigon, cannot see them, and starts telling her story. Raven's mother was in a demonic cult where she was offered as the bride to the demon Trigon, and she accepted. After their wedding night, her mom has escaped his grasp and was saved by the good people of Azarath, where Raven grew up from her little days. Raven, in her mistaken judgment, has summoned up her father to the world of Azarath. Trigon killed her mother, all the people of Azarath, and destroyed the world into pieces, kidnapping her as well. But Raven managed to use her powers to trap her father, the demon Trigon, in a magic crystal and return to Earth for a better life. They return back to the Teen Titans headquarters, but Raven informs that she is leaving. Damian steps up to change her mind and others join as well, but just then, a portal opens and the Justice League's Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, and Cyborg steps in. They inquire about the attacks and want to take Raven with them for safety. Damian objects this and the 2 teams are ready to confront each other. Raven announces the arrival of Trigon's dark magic as they engulf the Justice League members. Batman manages to inject himself with a neurotoxin to escape the demon's grip, but others succumb. The battle begins as the demonic Justice League attack the Teen Titans. Wonder Woman battles the Beast Boy and Starfire, but they are no match for her with all the demonic powers. Cyborg is in battle with the Blue Beetle, and the Beetle gets defeated at every turn. Damian cannot do much against the speed of Flash, and finally, Raven surrenders and agrees to go with them to the demonic pedestal at the Sahara Desert to give rise to her father. Blue Beetle saves Cyborg just before they enter the portal. Raven and the Justice League step over to the Sahara Desert, where Superman has erupted the ancient temple for Trigon. Raven is asked to greet her father, and he appears to her threatening to kill her friends. She promises to do his bidding, and she is used as a portal for his temple. Back at the Titans' headquarters, the gang awaits Cyborg to regain his consciousness back. Batman is unconscious for 24 hours, and Damian locates the whereabouts of Raven with his tracking device on her. Starfire asks Cyborg to boom tube them to the location, and Damian prepares a surprise attack for Superman.
Oh my god, I think he does.
At the desert temple, Superman notices the incoming heroes and takes to the skies to confront them. They work according to a plan as Starfire, Blue Beetle, and Cyborg deploy energy attacks which Superman evades easily. But just then, Damian flies to him on Beast Boy with the kryptonite and jabs it in his ribs, taking him down. The demon takes off and Superman is back. He thanks Damian and Starfire for their efforts, and they get ready to save Raven. Superman orders everyone to save Raven as he takes on the incoming Flash. He blows a storm on Flash to slow him down. Superman times a near-perfect attack on Flash and breaks his leg, chasing out the demon. Wonder Woman is next as she takes the attack to the Man of Steel. Superman takes the lasso of truth and binds the demonic Wonder Woman with it. He commands her for the truth and the demon leaves. Diana Themyscira is present once more, and Diana is in his arms once again. Raven completes the resurrection and Starfire catches the falling Raven. The group gathers at the temple, but it's just a bit late now. The true demon god of hell, Trigon, rises from the ashes of Hellfire and starts marching towards the cities of Earth to unleash his waves of destruction. Cyborg tells Superman to stop Trigon while he accompanies the Teen Titans on their journey to Hell. The Titans, led by Raven, step into the world of Hell to find the crystal and try to stop Trigon. On their way to the crystal, they are confronted by thousands of Hellfire demons who flies in from every direction. Garfield loses control on himself and turns into a deadly werewolf-like beast and starts devouring the creatures, much to their delight. Superman delivers a monstrous punch, Diana attacks with a giant rock, and Flash runs up Trigon and hits him with Speed Force. The demon god doesn't even budge under their attacks. For some reason, Damian, Blue Beetle, Cyborg, and Starfire unleash hell on these Hellfire creatures, and they manage to defeat all of them. Soon, they meet their new challenge, three-headed fire-breathing giant of a creature who they fight bravely. Meanwhile, Raven goes to the middle of the war ground where the Sential crystal is safely placed. But soon, the crystal is shattered to 100 pieces by none other than the legendary warrior, Ra's al Ghul. He threatens to kill her, but fortunately, Damian arrives to confront his grandfather. Ra's al Ghul tries to provoke Damian as well, but Damian doesn't budge. In fact, Damian fights his grandfather and manages to defeat him, putting an end to all the trouble. Raven summons her magical powers of Azarath to trap her rampaging demon father in her crystal forever. The Justice League is unable to handle Trigon at the right time. Trigon gets absorbed into the magical powers of Azarath and goes into the crystal. The Teen Titans get ready to return, but Raven wants to stay back to guard the crystal and stop her demon father from escaping. Damian and Starfire manage to change her mind and they all return back to headquarters. Justice League appreciates and honors them for their service and catches the Cyborg having a pizza party with the Teen Titans. At last, all is well and peace and tranquility prevails. Thank you for watching Second Look. Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more awesome videos. Have a nice day.